Hey, this is Pejman and welcome to my channel HeroForge. Today I'm drawing Super Buu and I'll show you exactly how to get his iconic skin and those strong shadows to look right. I start with a very light pencil sketch. At this stage, it's all about proportions, the head, the pose, and that distinctive Super Buu shape. I keep it loose so I can easily adjust things later. Especially with anime characters, the silhouette is super important, so I take a moment to get that right. Now I use my kneaded eraser to clean up the sketch and remove extra lines. This helps a lot later when adding color because everything stays cleaner. Next, I go over all the lines with a black fine liner. This immediately adds clarity and contrast to the drawing. I'm curious though, who's your favorite character from Dragon Ball Z? Let me know in the comments. After that, I apply the first color layer, a light pink alcohol marker as the base for the skin. This step is really important because everything else builds on top of it. For the second layer, I use a stronger pink to start placing the shadows. I always pay attention to the light source here, otherwise the whole drawing can feel off. Then I take a third tone that sits between the first two and use it to blend the transitions. This is one of the most important steps. It decides whether the skin looks smooth and natural or not. Now I go in with a darker pink to deepen the shadows even more. This immediately adds more depth to Super Buu. After that, I blend again. It's always this back and forth between layering and smoothing things out. That's basically the key to drawings like this. If you draw yourself, do you prefer really soft blends, or do you like keeping harder edges in your shadows? Then I use a dark Bordeaux tone to push the shadows even further, especially in the face and around the muscles. Next, I bring in a salmon-colored pencil to soften the marker work. It works surprisingly well and gives me more control. Then I use a gray marker to deepen the darker areas. and a violet pencil to add more color depth. At this point, the paper really has to handle a lot. These layers are necessary because Super Buu's skin builds up gradually. It's a constant balance between light and shadow, and getting those transitions right is what makes everything look good. Now I use a white colored pencil to add highlights and also blend some of the colors together. Then I go back in with the salmon tone to keep everything harmonious. I also use a dark blue pencil to add depth, which might sound unusual, but small choices like that really make a difference. Next, I use a black marker to roughly define the strongest shadows. I'm intentionally not super precise here because I'll blend and refine it later. After that, I use a pastel pink acrylic marker, which covers really well and helps unify all the layers. Do you experiment with colors like that, or do you usually stick to more traditional tones? Then I go back in with a pink-violet colored pencil to enhance the forms and add more structure. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. It really helps the channel grow. And definitely let me know in the comments which character I should draw next. Do you think Super Buu is stronger than Kid Buu, or do you see it differently? After that, I push the contrast even further with another darker layer. And this is where the drawing really starts to come alive. I add more highlights and finish off the brightest spots with a white acrylic marker. Now it's time for the eyes. I fill them in with black and then add orange pupils with red accents. That instantly gives him that intense, threatening look. For the clothing, I keep it minimal since I wanted to focus more on the body and face. But I still use multiple layers to get a clean result. Fun fact, Super Buu's outfit is actually inspired by martial arts clothing, but it's kept super minimal on purpose, so the focus stays on his body and makes him look way more powerful. Now things get really interesting. I'm using a liquid mask from Vallejo. This is basically a masking fluid that protects the drawing while I work on the background. You can think of it like painter's tape, just directly on the paper. Every area I cover now will stay completely untouched by the next layers. And the cool part is, you can actually watch it dry and turn into this rubber-like surface. It might not look that special right now, but this step is what makes the final result look super clean and precise. Without it, the background would easily ruin all the work we've put into the characters so far. So this is really about control, deciding exactly where color is allowed to go and where it isn't. While the liquid mask dries, this is where patience pays off. Once it's fully set, everything underneath stays perfectly protected and ready for the next layers. The background itself is made up of circles, lines, and black lightning shapes. I intentionally keep it centered instead of filling the entire page because it gives the drawing more focus and impact. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. It really helps the channel grow. And definitely let me know in the comments which character I should draw next. And now comes the most satisfying part, peeling off the liquid mask. The result looks super clean. I just need to fix a few small edges that stayed white. At the end, I noticed I actually forgot a small detail, which is kind of crazy, but I fixed that and add the remaining elements like the holes on his head and arm, plus a few final highlights. This drawing really shows one thing: patience and clean layering make all the difference. Without all those layers, you just wouldn't get the same result. Now I'm adding a few final white details to bring out the highlights and push the contrast one last time. And with that, the drawing is almost finished. If you're into anime art and want to improve your skills, stay tuned. There's a lot more coming.